Join BJ Kissel, Kent Swanson, and Marlia Campbell for the top moments, the updates you need to know, and the best analysis you can find from the entire KC Sports Network crew. Entertain, educate, inform. KCSN. Hit that subscribe button.
What up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome to halftime. I'm BJ Kissel. That's Kent Swanson. We got Tucker Franklin producing. As we go little halftime talk here from the Kingdom Bar and Grill out in Overland Park, Kansas. Chiefs 28, Buccaneers 17. Hit the over in the first half, just like everyone expected, Kent.
They hit the over. You hit the like and subscribe button while we are watching this. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. Yeah, this has been a crazy game. This is exactly what we envisioned, a giant barn burner here. Isaiah Pacheco is running like a madman. 4 seconds left. Are you going to get him the Mahomes Hail Mary here?
If he doesn't, are we going to get a shot of the enemy and Mahomes having strong words again?
That was a great return by Isaiah Pacheco, who has been awesome in the first half, by the way. So we're kind of doing like a little mini second screen watch party here just for like the last minute of this half. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, though. Likes and subscribes equals yards in the air on this Mahomes Hail Mary. Have we seen a Mahomes Hail Mary in our lifetime?
I'm sure we have.
I'm trying to think if we have.
I'm sure we have.
I don't think we have. Is this the first
Somebody
Mahomes?
In the comment section, let us know. If, we are starting a little early, Andrew. We jumped the gun a little bit. We got excited. I did not think that we were going to be in this position. Then Mahomes goes down. That's the end of the first half. Chiefs 28-17. They do get the ball to start the second half. And we are going to break it down a little bit. Give us in the comment section. Tucker's going to bring up your comments, your questions. Give us a grade of the first half of what you have for the Chiefs. I put out on social media, and I do have to apologize to Chiefs Kingdom because if you've been following us on KC Sports Network, whether it was KCSN Update, outside the damn near every show I was on this week, I said, if you think this is going to be a get-right game for the Chiefs offense, you're not going to like this game because they're going up against the number one scoring defense, an absolute beast of a front in what the Bucs have, allowing just 9 points per game. It was going to be brutal. I thought it was going to be a low-scoring, just fight your way through it, survive an advanced type game, and then naturally they go out and score 28 points, scoring more points in the first half than the Bucs had given up in the first 3 games combined.
Nuts.
Against the Cowboys, the Packers. I mean, teams with offenses that can put up points.
It wasn't a fluke either. Like, okay, we'll take the short field to start the game and the 7 points handed to you off the top. But
yes,
3 straight, 3 big drives for touchdowns. Did they punt out? They haven't punted yet.
No, they went on downs, and the only drive they didn't score was on the
drop,
CHH drop.
And they got the ball right back because the defense stepped up and made a play. I mean, like, that's the kind of game that we're looking at here is a couple big turnovers like this. That's kind of the deciding factor to this point. And I mean, look, it's frustrating to see the end of that half, the 7 points that they just gave up. You're hoping for 3. 3 would have been massive, but you're taking 11 points in the ball 10 times out of 10 if you're a Chiefs fan right now. I'm thrilled. Yeah. I didn't think the Chiefs were going to put up 28 points today.
Yeah, but I think Tony and yes, Craig is great, Grayson. But Tony and then I saw Zach Tuttle had the same comment. We're all on the same page that the Chiefs are going to have to score points. Tom Brady, he's healthy. I know they were talking on the broadcast about him banging up his shoulder a little bit and then went down and scored. But they're going to have to score more points. 28-17. Kent, putting you on the spot here, but how many points do you think Tampa Bay is going to end up with? Like, how many points are the Chiefs going to need to score in the second half to pull out a victory?
I think the magic number for the Chiefs, I'd say 35 is probably the magic number for the Chiefs.
Do you think they only need to score a touchdown?
I think 35 probably is the magic number. I think
Let's say 38.
Another 17 points. I mean, we're talking about another 17-point half. I think that's probably about what it looks like. I don't know if Tampa's figured some stuff out. They're attacking the middle of the field a little bit more. The linebackers to the flat. It's been a struggle today. So there's some easy completions there for them. I don't think that they've solved it enough where they're going to just reel off any more points than they already have. I don't see them getting going, especially since it looked like it kind of is a slog for Tom right now. I think Tom's kind of going through it a little bit. And if they're gonna have to run the ball a little bit better too. So I don't know. I think 35 is the magic number for the Chiefs. So you get out and get a touchdown. I feel pretty good about this team winning the game.
And they get the ball to start the second half. And you look at some of the numbers. Chiefs have already ran for over 100 yards in this game.
Insane.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 6 carries for 41 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, an identical 6 carries for 41 yards. And then Patrick Mahomes, who is on his shit right now, for a better way of explaining it, 3 carries for 23 yards. It was one of the most iconic first halves for Patrick Mahomes. That's saying something. And not trying to be too prisoners of the moment right here, but he's on the road against the team that we played in the Super Bowl a couple years ago and just dominated up front. Shaq Barrett makes his comments during the week, and they're coming off a game in which the offense didn't look horrible, wasn't great, and Patrick Mahomes comes out and plays godlike.
Hit the subscribe button, by the way, but yes, 100% agree. And it's, to quote the great Trez Taylor, it's an over my dead body game. And I don't know. I don't think I felt that or saw that coming. But honestly, that's what we got out of this.
Yeah.
Pissed off because they got embarrassed in Indianapolis.
They're running pissed off. All the ball carriers are running mad.
Yeah. No, the whole team's mad.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's been so fun is, I think this is an over my dead body game for Mahomes, right? And I think the way he's played has kind of indicated that. You saw him. He's locked in and he's in his zone. You saw the insane touchdown to Clyde Edwards-Helaire to have the escapability down there in the red zone on a 3rd and goal. The poise coming to the moment to throw a ball with a little touch over the top of the defense.
Yep.
I mean, he's locked in. But the thing that I like about this, it feels like the over my dead body mentality has carried over to the offensive line, to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce looks like a man possessed.
We were going to talk about Travis Kelce here in a second, but damn. Damn.
That whole unit is playing with that mentality and carrying that Mahomes mentality in a way I don't think we've ever seen it carried out.
Yeah.
Mahomes has always done stuff like this, but it feels like the rest of the unit's responding with him, and that's what's so fun about this.
They're doing this against the best defense in the NFL through the first 3 weeks of the season.
People don't understand.
That's the other part of this.
You don't run on these guys.
Yeah.
You don't run on these guys, and here we are, and they have over 100 yards rushing on the ground. What's Mahomes' numbers here?
14 of 21 for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yikes. It's nuts.
I actually thought they were going to be a little bit better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. That's pretty damn good. But
the
way that he was playing.
I thought he had a few more yards.
I mean, he probably would have had, 40, 50 more yards on the Clyde throw. Had that not been dropped. But how about Isaiah Pacheco? It's the most we've seen from him. We got a lot to get to with the rookies. Brian Cook breaking up the pass in the end zone.
Leo Chanel broke up a play in the run game, too.
Did he really?
He blew up one, I think.
Missed that one. Isaiah Pacheco running like he has. Jalen Watson, I know he gave a touchdown to Mike Evans. There's nothing you do about that one.
That was a perfect
nothing
throw.
you can do about that one. And then I'm forgetting Sky Moore. Didn't do anything, but he was on the first two.
He was
on the field for the first 2 plays. But how cool was it knowing that we spent all week, and I did, dogging on the special teams, being like, I've never felt like they lost the game. The opening freaking kickoff, Chris Lamons forces the fumble. Elijah Lee picks it up, gives the Chiefs a chance right off the start of the game. All week about special teams, and then right off the kick.
There's some narratives I want to hold.
Yes.
There's some narratives I want to hold back until the game's over, just because I want to make sure the Chiefs win this football game. But that's a huge play for the special teams, a good response. They made some big moments. They made some big plays that just kind of ruined their game last week, and to see them respond the way that they did. And honestly, if you watch the entire unit, the unit took it personally too. Because you saw that whole unit flying down there. It wasn't just the guys that made the play. They were down the field with bad intentions. That's kind of what it just feels like. A lot of intensity and a lot of bad intentions throughout this team. They're ready to fight.
Yeah. Back to Spade's comment that he's brought up. Can we get a shout out to the new kicker? I don't know if they were sarcastic cheers from the Kingdom Bar here, but it got pretty hyped after he made the extra point.
I was a little sarcastic.
You did. I know you were loud, but everybody else is pretty loud too. So, yeah, Matthew Wright. Congratulations.
I just like that there's a kicker with the number 19 whose name is Matt on the roster still. It's the same number, same first name. I don't know why that made me laugh. He looked good. He looks a lot more competent than Matt Amendola did. I feel bad for Matt Amendola, but it wasn't his fault. He got picked.
Well, it is his. You missed kicks. Your job is to kick the ball.
I don't like the process how they picked him. We're not talking about that though.
No, we're not. We're going to talk about
Matthew
a lot of
Wright.
what we're going to talk about right now is make sure you like and subscribe. We get 1,000 new subscribers during this. We'll just do a second screen watch party for the second half of this game. I already told Kent, and since most people watching this probably are not at the bar, I'm going to buy a round. Casey Sports Network buy around for everybody at the bar. Chiefs pulled this victory out. So, yep, Tucker, that's happening.
This
place
place
sold the bartenders. So
it's
I mean,
you're missing a good time. Tucker's got a camera up capturing some of the celebrations happening here. This place is packed.
Yeah, make sure you tune into the post-game show. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming. And speaking of cool stuff, going to take a quick U-turn right here away from what happened on the field. The freaking State Farm Andy Reid commercial. The funniest commercial I've seen in a long time. That was hilarious.
He was built to do this. Like
the way he threw
why did it take so long to get him on one of these?
I don't know.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Is he sponsored by State Farm, or he just Patrick asked him? He was like, "Hey, come on my AirShare jet and let's do a commercial."
I'm pretty sure Andy's getting something out of this outside of just a trip to. I mean, he's in LA, right? He's an LA.
You know, there's the other one. They didn't bring him there to do one commercial. There's gonna be a whole slew of these things. There's no way they spent the money to get Andy Reid there and just have one commercial. So the rest, I'm assuming, are hilarious. Yeah.
Don't see Matt LaFleur over here in these commercials. Well, yeah, we'll find out.
That's true. They pulled out a big victory.
Yeah,
Packers did against the Patriots.
Against the third-string quarterback for the New England Patriots.
Tucker, did you get a chance to catch the Broncos-Raiders game?
A little bit.
What were your thoughts?
I think both teams were due for where the win and the loss. So, I think the Raiders were due for a win. I don't think they're an 0-3 bad football team. I think the Broncos are the worst team in the division. And
Randy Gregory leaving like he did, that's not a great sign.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he went to the 10. The way they showed it, it looks – I'm no doctor. I'm not saying that. But the way that his knee kind of buckled and the way that it happened is what it looks like when bad things happen to a knee.
Sounds like Javonte Williams, too, got hurt for the Broncos. Yeah, I think the Raiders – I'm more afraid of the Raiders than I am the Broncos right now. And I think the results today probably prove that. I think the Raiders have had a little bit of bad luck. If they get going a little bit, I think they're still trying to figure out how to use all their offensive pieces right now, just because they haven't got Darren Waller involved as much as they need to either. But
yeah, I thought both the Broncos and the Raiders were going to be better. I think that's been a national storyline that everyone thought those two teams are going to be better. But my idea hasn't changed that they're still good enough to go up and bite a team late in the season. Whether it's the Chargers, who dealing all their injuries again. Saw Joey Bosa 8 to 10 weeks with a torn groin.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. By the way, it's really helping us as we're doing this.
If you liked that first half, hit the like button.
Yeah,
and if you like to see that in the second half, hit the subscribe button because we'll be going post game. Tucker's got some news for us.
Yeah, I found something interesting on Twitter here. This is from Nathan Jahinke from PFF.
It's Yankee.
Thank you, Nathan Yankee. I was just going to say it fast and hope that it sounded like I knew what I was talking about, but appreciate that.
I made a long time.
Chiefs halftime snap counts. Sky Moore with 11, Justin Watson 9, McCole Hardman 19, Marquez Valdes-Scantling 26, Juju Smith-Schuster 29. Sky Moore with 11 snaps in that first half. Pretty impressive for the rookie. Isaiah Pacheco, 9 snaps.
I was going to say, only 9 snaps for Isaiah Pacheco, and look at the impact he made in a short amount of time.
He's on the field. He gave him the ball.
I mean, get him downhill.
9 snaps.
That dude runs with some bad intentions.
And we said we were going to talk about Travis Kelce. Shout out Travis Kelce moving to 5th place all time, passing Rob Gronkowski for the most receiving yards by a tight end in NFL history. And for Chiefs fans, I mean, we've known for a little while that he's the best tight end to ever play. It was just a matter of him staying healthy and continuing to break record after record after record. And it's going to be one of those, once his career is done, hopefully in several years down the road and more Super Bowls and all those good things. But we're going to give more context and step back and be like, okay, now let's look comparatively to everything else he's done. And it's not going to be a conversation. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Best to ever do it.
He's playing like it today, too. He's playing like a man possessed. I think he's the prime example of a guy that's kind of playing with that over my dead body mentality that Mahomes embodies. He's just like him and Mahomes are just they're in sync. They're executing at a really high level. I think Kelce apologized for the Colts loss afterwards for dropping that touchdown in the end zone on that corner.
He is.
I know, but it just feels like there's some kind of response that he's given this week that is just different.
Yeah, 2 things. We talked about the rookies. We shouted them all out. We did not shout out George Karlaftis, who made one of the bigger plays in the game with his tackle for loss. Ended up forcing the field goal on the first drive. I think it was the first scoring drive for the Bucs. Not the first drive.
I think it might have been the first drive.
Seconds.
Maybe.
Like fumbled the kickoff.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tucker's got something else. Before we go to Tucker, I want to say I think the turning point, at least in the first half, there were a lot, and I don't know if anybody else felt this because you're going up against Tom Brady. When CEH dropped the pass, it was like, okay, here they come.
Yep.
Like you just open the door, they're going to go right back. And for L'Jarius Sneed to get that when Tom Brady double clutched, thought it was one of those like, holy cow, okay, this is not the same. I thought it was the biggest turning point play in the first half.
Yeah, it was a huge one.
Big time.
It just like the defense came and bailed out the offense and
Complimentary football.
kept the ball out of their hands. They went down and got 7, and I know, like, yeah, they ended with a big drive to close the half out. But hey, you kept them still at arm's length.
Yep.
11, 2 possessions and the ball.
Tucker's got news for us.
According to the Chiefs Twitter account, safety Justin Reed has cleared concussion protocol and is able to return in the second half.
Good. They're going to need him. Big half.
That's a very stringent concussion protocol, I'm assuming, right now with the NFL being on notice.
Yeah.
Is that Tua bull
Yep.
stuff?
Yep.
Shark. Full shark.
Bull shark.
Yep.
Get ready for the second half. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Turn notifications on because, again, we will be going live right after this game, hopefully with the Chiefs pulling out a victory and hopefully with everybody at the Kingdom Bar holding a beer, thanks to KC Sports Network. But we'll also be joined by Maddie Lane, Craig Stout to break this one down. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a late one, but hopefully we're all celebrating, and we're all going to be a little tired on a Monday morning celebrating Chiefs going to 4-1.
Yeah, and just forewarning, if the second half goes the way the first half did, the mood's going to be immaculate from Craig and Maddie. We're already talking about a lot of stuff. A lot of cool things to discuss here and to break down. So.
And we'll have some video from the Kingdom Bar with everybody celebrating having a grand old time. But getting ready for kickoff here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button before you go, and we'll see you after the game.